I kicked you, I'm
No,
sorry.
you didn't kick me, I was just trying to make room for you. According to my phone.
Yeah, it's 5 o'clock now. I'll call Budget and Finance to order. And welcome everybody here. Everybody's got a chance to look at your minutes here. And we have them emailed to you. Here, a motion to approve and dispense the reading of the minutes.
I'll make that motion, sir.
Got a motion by Carl, and a second by Michael. All those in favor say aye. Aye. And those opposed, pass 5-0. All right, down to our agenda now. I've got some business we need to amend the agenda with. It's ground in Montlow. This will be going through Carl's committee, but Herschel wanted to bring it up in here as we were meeting. And then it'll go through your committee. I hear a motion to talk about the ground next to Montlow.
Yes, sir.
Got a motion by Carl.
Do we need a motion first on the agenda? And then a second,
All
and then to amend?
All right. That, hear a motion, we
Accept the
accept
agenda
the agenda.
as is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got a second by Ken. Now we've got a motion from Carl. Got a second by Michael to amend the agenda. All those in favor say aye.
I need to amend it, Jim. I got some property that Darlene Brat gave me, so we probably got $100,000 in back taxes that you need to have to allow you to research policy-wide. If we don't get it, we're gonna lose it in the next, some of them got 3 years on it, some of them got 5 years. Lay up on the tax thing, we don't recover it, we lose that money.
All right, you better put that in form of motion.
On the phone motion.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Got a second by, and all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes 5-0. Make the first one 3A, and we'll make this one 3B. All right, now we're back to the approving the main agenda as amended. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those approved. All right, we've approved our agenda for tonight. I guess most of you, some of you are here for the discussion of the driver's testing center funding. And Mr. Haley's contacted us and wants us to withdraw that pending some further investigation and discussion with the state. He at first wanted us to address it, but then he called and wanted, so if nobody has a problem, we'll abide by his wishes because he's the one that asked us to have the meeting in the first place. So we'll move on to 3A. Herschel, you want to talk to him?
Yes. Okay, what we've got is, the governor, he has, allocated $25 million or $24 million to the community, colleges, and that's gonna be split or what, however, but what Montlow, they're meeting with TCAT out there on that 4.3 acres we have, and they're going to apply for a $5 million loan, a grant out of this $25 million. And if they can get that, they would need the land to build a building for robotics. And they've gotten, right now, we've had a meeting, and there's 7 high schools in surrounding counties that's going to be start a robotics program this year. If they can get the grant, build the building, then they're going to get another grant to get the equipment, the robotics equipment. There's 3 different suppliers of robotics. And what they'll do then is start teaching, letting these kids come on into there, that'll be advanced courses. Then they will be teaching different plants like Urozo, over at Chattanooga, Volkswagen. There's several plants that they can bring in and start teaching their people. And so what we need to do, this will be under the umbrella of Montlow College. That's what it'll be under. And if they don't get the grant, then it comes back to Warren County.
Who writes the grant, Montlow?
They're writing it now, yeah.
How many acres is that, Herschel?
4.3.
I thought about 4 acres, yeah.
But you know, if we can do that, I want to run through here so we can get more votes on it, and it'll come through buildings and grounds. But this way, they're writing, UCDD's also, Upper Cumberland Development District's also helping them on the grant. In robotics, that's teaching robots is what it is, how to run robots.
You'd really expand our college.
Oh, yeah, expand our college, and, it's to enhance our region by providing qualified workforce to employers, both current and future, and developing students to above average wages, and et cetera. So, if y'all would approve that, I'd appreciate that.
I'll make that move, approve it.
Got a motion, got a motion to, Carl, and second by Ken. Is there any discussion?
Well, we already have that, don't we?
We own the land, yeah, it's
Yeah, but I mean, we already have the robotics program in.
not what they're
No, we
talking
don't have
about.
robot, we got Megatron.
Oh,
Megatronics.
Megatronics is what I'm thinking of.
This is
Yes,
a
okay.
altogether
Oh,
different
a completely
branch.
different thing. Yes, I was thinking of that.
But this will just be allowing them to have that ground if they get the grant.
If they get the
If they
grant.
don't get the grant, well, the
Comes right
county-
back to Warren
the
County.
grant.
Comes back to us.
There's no more discussion. We'll, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, passes 5-0.
But this will have to go through buildings and grounds, probably through financial management, and then to the full court passage.
All right, Michael, what you got to?
What I got out of here, stolen Bryant, give me some. People, our company have not paid taxes this year. And the way she talked, it's probably about $100,000 in back taxes. Some of them companies owe the tax, owe us. And she said, if we don't get the lawyer to research it, a title search, in 3 to 5 years, something will come off the tax file. We will lose this money. Just need some, probably resolution, take it to full court, see they want the lawyer to research it so we can get our
Michael,
tax
is
money.
this all a company or is it individuals and
There's
companies?
some company that own apartments, business, just different things. She said about $100,000 worth of taxes.
Can I ask a question? Are these properties that are not turned over to the clerk and master for collection?
No.
Could I ask why they haven't been turned over or can't be or whatever? I don't know.
She just handed them to me, and it's probably in her job. It's our job to have the lawyer to research the title, see who owned the property. You gotta find out who owned the property first.
Is this the first time this has come up with this many?
First time it ever came up since I've been here.
That's strange that it would just come
Oh,
up
they're
in one
supposed to turn
year.
them over to the clerk master.
I did too.
They've always turned those over to the clerk and master from what I know about it, and it's always happened through the clerk and master.
Did she
I
say
don't know
she
what-
had given it to the clerk and
She
master?
ain't saying, all she did,
Handed it to you.
Right. Says it's about $100,000 of taxes. Says some of them gonna come off the thing in 3 years. If you don't collect it in 3 years, you don't get it no more.
Well, I
10
think
years
it
is
needs to
there.
go through the clerk and master before it goes to the
To the
legal.
lawyer,
Yeah,
looks
to
like
legal.
it would need to, that would be the procedure.
And I take those and see,
You can take them and see what's going on.
yeah, let me see what's happening.
I think that's the right thing to do.
Yeah, I think they would probably need to go through procedure. Let him take them,
Let him take them and see.
see if we need to take any more action, or he, Herschel will let me know, we'll call another meeting. Now we got some budget transfers and amendments.
The first one is general fund. We're getting ready to close the books Friday morning. And these were a few little odds and ends that we needed to clear up. These will be the last ones for 15, 16. I said that before, I think, but we've had some payables come in, so this is to take care of those.
I hear a motion, we approve this first one. Got a motion by Michael, second by Diane. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, pass 5-0. While we're passing that one around, I assume this is the same thing for sanitation fund?
Sanitation fund, we had
Just
one
a
account
quote.
that went over and we need to adjust it.
Need to
That's your transfer.
transfer some money to make our books balance out. Did I hear a motion, we approve that? Got a motion by Ken. Did I hear a second? Got a second by Diane. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, passes 5-0.
Diane, sign your name on that.
Can't see it on there.
Caught up. And the next one is a general fund budget amendment for this year.
16,
Yeah. And the victims assistance program's the main one, and the other one comes from animal control, Mike,
it came from Health and Welfare.
health and welfare.
$350 donation.
Yeah.
Yes, Health and Welfare approved for it to
Need
be,
to move to
Other supply.
the supplier when they gotta use the money for what she needed for.
the victims' assistance, that is revenues we collect, that by statute we have to hold in reserve.
Have to hold those.
Yes, and at June 30th, they had a balance of 64,000. $64,810.25, and they're withdrawing 50,000 from that reserve.
I'll make a motion to approve this.
All right, got a motion by Diane, got a second by Michael, any discussion? If there's no discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, pass 5-0.
And then we block in September.
All right. Does anybody have anything else to come for budget finance? Anybody here want to say anything?
Has anybody heard anything about the driver testing center, where it's at, or what? Is anything you come up, anybody know about, or anything, that's the reason why we're not discussing it this afternoon?
Well, I think there's some negotiating going on really that maybe they wanna wait till we hear something else. That's what I've been told, Joe. That they're still negotiating with them, is what it amounts to. They thought they had it worked out, but they wanna wait, so. That's all I know. I hear a motion, we adjourn. Get a motion. Got a motion by Ken, do I hear a second? Second by Michael, all in favor say aye. Aye. Passes 5-0.
Thank y'all.